and welcome to In Depth. I'm Tina Jha. As people are gradually moving towards a cashless age, digital frauds are also on the rise. According to a conservative estimate, 1 in 4 customers using credit cards or ATMs has been a victim of online fraud in India, while 24% people directly experienced fraud while transacting online last year. Card skimming and cloning cases are reported from all across the country, forcing the Reserve Bank of India to direct banks to upgrade their ATMs. People were asked to upgrade their magnetic stripe cards with EMV chip-based ones for safer transactions. India's largest nationalized bank, the State Bank of India, has even reduced ATM cash withdrawals to 20,000 rupees a day due to rising incidents of ATM skimming fraud. But it seems hackers have found new tricks to clone even the highly secure chip cards. Today in In Depth, we talk about ATM card skimming and cloning. How does it happen and what can we do to avoid these fraudulent activities and also ensure the safety of our hard-earned money? While debit or credit cards may seem like the most convenient way to make payments or withdraw money, but in wrong hands, they could deprive the customers of their hard-earned money within seconds. ATM cards are usually cloned at ATM machines, restaurants, shops, or places where its owner swipes the card. The fraudsters then use these details to create clones. Incidents of ATM skimming frauds have become a regular phenomenon these days. Lakhs of people in various parts of the country have been duped of their hard-earned money due to card skimming and cloning. The latest such case has been reported from Noida, a suburban city in Uttar Pradesh, located just across the border of national capital Delhi. 4 employees of a pub in Noida's Logics Mall have been booked for allegedly cloning credit and debit cards from customers and passing off the details to their accomplices in return for a commission. This is the second such case exposed in Noida in the past 1 month. Just weeks ago, an employee of the Burger King restaurant at GIP Mall in Noida was held for committing the same offence. The police is carrying out further investigations to catch hold of more people involved in the scam. Cases of ATM card cloning have gone up many-fold in the past few months, particularly in Delhi NCR. In February, bank accounts of as many as 41 people in Delhi were wiped off of more than 7 lakh rupees, even as none of them carried out any transaction on their own. In some cases, victims' ATM cards were used for shopping as well. In another incident with similar modus operandi, a 72-year-old woman in East Delhi was duped of 2.5 lakh rupees within 15 minutes, and a South Delhi man was duped of 3 lakh rupees. Similar incidents have surfaced in the past few months from across different parts of the country. According to cyber experts, senior citizens are the main targets of such ATM fraudsters. In the name of helping people in the withdrawal of money from the ATM, these fraudsters either change the debit card with their debit card of the same bank, or they clone it by installing the skimming device in the ATM.
Many of our people, those are not so literate. I will not say the illiterate, basically, so those are, not highly educated, and sometimes these hackers and the dupers normally dupe them while they are using the ATM machine. So they deliberately block the ATM and they enter into the ATM machine to help them. That you give me your card, I will do the transaction for you, and they immediately get to know their PIN card number as well as they exchange their cards.
A big challenge investigators face these days is multiple cloning. Multiple cloning helps hackers make several transactions in a very short time. It helps conmen withdraw huge amounts of cash before the victim gets the card blocked. Easy availability of skimming machines is another reason for the rise in such crimes. Reportedly, one such device costs only 4,500 rupees. These devices are then used to copy embedded details of cards within seconds. ATM fraudsters are also getting their hands on skimmer devices made in China, which are easily available on popular e-commerce websites. Investigations have revealed involvement of private security guards manning ATMs, as well as the operators of the kiosks and swipe machines at various retail outlets. Transactions are made from secluded or unmanned ATMs where CCTV cameras are often found to be non-functional. To prevent unscrupulous online predators from conning people by cloning their ATM cards, the Reserve Bank of India directed all banks to upgrade the magnetic stripe cards to EMV chip-based ones. People across the country were advised to replace their old debit and credit cards by 31st December 2018, post which they became non-functional. The chip-based cards used higher standards of data encryption and have improved storage technology. Also, the customer-related information in an EMV card is stored in a dynamic format. This change in technology makes card cloning difficult. But despite the additional level of security provided through chip-based ATM cards, online transactions continue to pose several risks. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
But how do the fraudsters get access to confidential details that enable them to create clones of all your debit or credit cards? Let's find out in our next report.
ATM card cloning is one of the most high-tech frauds. The consequences are swift and disastrous. In a matter of minutes, people find themselves deprived of their hard-earned money. But just how do the fraudsters get access to people's card details, especially their PIN, that they use to withdraw money from the ATM or while shopping? There are several ways to steal information making use of advanced technology. The thieves use a small device known as a skimmer to steal information from a legitimate ATM transaction. The skimmer is placed on the ATM card swiping mechanism. Usually it's a device that resembles a card swipe that fits over the swiping slot. When a card is swiped at the machine, the skimmer captures the information stored on the card's magnetic strip. The thieves also place a camera, often above the PIN keypad, to read the victim's PIN code. Once the PIN is recorded and the card details are stored on the skimmer, the information can be used to create a clone. In many cases, a keypad overlay is used to capture the PIN information. The same skimmers can be used on the point-of-sale devices at various stores, petrol pumps, etc. to capture card details when people make their payments. If you hand over your debit or credit card to a waiter or store attendant, he or she can capture the card details when you are not looking, using a separate skimming machine.
It's a malpractice, it's a crime, and how it is usually done is that either on the device where you put the POS, where you usually scan your card, you swipe your card, a special a cheat device is put, which is called a skimmer device, so that when a person scans it, not only this data goes to the bank for completing the financial transaction, but is also stored separately in a data file. Now, or otherwise, a phony device is attached onto an ATM. So there's an ATM, on top of it somebody attaches another device, which is again illegal. And so when a person comes for transaction, that person also accidentally gives up his financial data. There is another device which is available anywhere between 30,000 to 50,000, which these thieves they get. And using that data which they have taken from the skimming device, they copy this data onto a new card. And then they can use that card just like the original card.
Criminals usually target ATMs that are not very frequented, are unmanned, or where CCTVs are not functional. They install cloning devices that are easily available online and are often smaller than a deck of cards. In many cases, fraudsters are making multiple copies of bank cards to emptying out accounts within moments from various locations.
Normally, see what happens that most of the ATMs are guarded. Sometimes the guard is not there. The ATM machine is unguarded. So any miscreant can enter into the ATM machine and he will block the camera and put a device on that, and he will be hiding somewhere else and looking at the person who is going inside, and immediately he will get to know the details of the ATM card. So now the technology, though it has some benefits, but we have to be careful about using the this thing, and sharing the password is the most important thing in the case of the ATM.
So how can you spot whether an ATM has skimmer installed on it? If the ATM pad seems different from the usual, it is possible that the ATM machine has been tampered with. If the card reader seems loose or is protruding, it can be a skimming device covering the original swiping slot. Sometimes, a thin film is placed on the keypad to capture keystrokes. If a keypad on the ATM seems to protrude oddly, check the keypad, for it might be a fake. Many incidents have emerged of fraudsters posing as phone bankers calling the account holders. They ask for card details and other personal information in the name of regular cross-check and updation of the customer's details. This information helps them in creating a clone and empty your bank accounts. With inputs from Leena Sharma, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Time for a short break on the program. On the other side, we'll tell you how you can prevent yourself from being conned. Do stay with us.
Rabindranath Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913 for his book Gitanjali. In 1950, he composed the music and lyrics for India's national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. And when Bangladesh became independent in 1971, they chose Tagore's song, Amar Shonar Bangla, as its national anthem. Tagore's life and works have made him a cultural icon, studied the world over, even into the 21st century.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
The Nehru Trophy boat race of Kerala, popularly called Vallam Kali in local parlance. This historic boat race dates back to 1952 when Pandit Nehru visited the state and a pageantry of boats accompanied him from Kottayam to Alappuzha. The race, conducted on the second Saturday of August every year, is a major tourist attraction. It's generally the snake boats which participate in the race, and hence the shape of the winner's trophy is also a replica of a snake boat.
Bhulaya, a labyrinth of hundreds of narrow stairway passages, is a significant and historical component of what you popularly know as Bara Imambara. Some of these narrow stairways have dead ends, some end at precipitous drops, while others lead to entrance or exit points. Historically, Bhul Bhulaya was constructed to confuse the enemy intruder, and the narrow lanes of the labyrinth can make anyone feel lost. The structure contains various strategically built hollows in the corridors.
Art arisen from a multi-hued cultural canvas. Tradition and cultural fervour dating back centuries. And encircling them all, there's a magic that awes. Embrace your nation's brilliant human warmth. Watch Colours of India, Sundays at 9:30 p.m. on Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back. You're watching In Depth. Senior citizens and women have become the main targets of ATM fraudsters. In the name of helping people in withdrawing money from the ATMs, fraudsters either change the debit card with their debit card of the same bank, or they clone it by installing skimming devices in the ATM. So what are the precautions that can be taken to prevent against such frauds? Let's find out in our next report.
Plastic money frauds have grown exponentially in India in the last decade. Headlines reporting fraudulent money withdrawals from ATM machines are an almost regular occurrence. Most of the credit or debit card frauds happen due to lack of user awareness and use of obsolete technologies by banks, which is why experts advise a list of things that should be kept in mind. They tell people not to disclose ATM card details or passwords to anybody. Avoid sharing debit or credit card details on suspicious sites online. Always compare card reader and keypad to the rest of the machine. The colors and style should match and the graphics should be aligned and unobscured as well. Use the latest antivirus and update operating systems and other software. Avoid ATMs without security personnel. Keep an eye for the hidden cameras and suspicious equipment. Try using passphrases instead of passwords with a combination of special characters and alphanumeric letters in upper and lower cases. Take a good look to see that POS machines are not bulkier or out of the ordinary. Switch off your phone's Bluetooth when not required. Use online payment or digital wallets. Review your transactions and statement regularly. Avoid deserted ATMs. Always report a cybercrime immediately to the nearest police station.
Added steps has been taken. If your mobile number is mapped with your ATM card or with your account, whenever there is any transaction on your ATM card or the credit card, so immediately the message will come on your mobile. If you are the legal holders and you are holding the card as well as your transaction, so immediately you got to know. But in case somebody else has cloned your card or doing some dupe transaction, then I will able to know that somebody is doing transaction on my card. So these are the added feature those been added, that mapping of your mobile number with the card, your account number, your ATM. See, these are the major things.
There are also steps that people could take if someone withdraws money fraudulently from a bank account through an ATM. These include using Section 66C, 66D of the IT Act 2000 and Section 420 of the Indian Penal Code. One can pursue criminal action, but often this resource doesn't get the user's money back or get the criminal caught. Civil action can be pursued against the bank whose ATM money was withdrawn at or payment gateways, depending on different situations.
And at the same time, the OTP OTP will definitely come on your mobile number. So one has to be very careful about that. Mobile number you have provided with the bank, this is the same mobile number. At any point of time, somebody has not been defrauded with changing of a mobile. So keep on checking with the bank and the other places that your particulars, your KYC is proper in the account.
In case of card skimming, if the amount gets deducted from the bank account, it is important to understand the refund process. In most cases, banks don't refund or give a line of credit immediately. Usually, a timeline for investigation followed by a different timeline for refund is given depending on the proof of liability. In case of some banks, the timeline initially given to the customer is 19 days for investigation. Some others give a timeline between 30 days to 120 days for refund. According to the RBI, there is no liability on the customer if the unorganized transactions take place due to contributory fraud, negligence and deficiency on part of the bank. There is zero liability if there is a third-party breach in case the deficiency is neither with bank or the customer and the customer informs the bank within 3 working days of receiving the communication from the bank regarding the unauthorized transaction. A customer is liable if the loss is due to the customer's negligence in cases where they have shared details of the card and PIN or password. But once the bank is informed and the transaction happens after the information, the unauthorized transaction amount has to be borne by the bank. In certain situations, customers may be liable up to a certain amount. The RBI divides electronic banking frauds into 2 categories. One that requires ATM card to be physically present. In other words, proximity transactions, or those that do not require ATM cards physically. That is, card not present transactions. Proximity transactions can also be understood as ATM frauds and CNP transactions as fraud online transactions. ATM frauds will include the scenario when money gets withdrawn from a card without the person's knowledge. This is possible as the card has been cloned or skimmed and the fraudster has the duplicate copy of your card. In cases of ATM frauds, the liability rests with the bank to credit the lost amount after the internal investigation. Fraud online transactions will include all such transactions when the caller represents himself as a bank officer, a government official, or from some lottery. Incidents when the cardholder himself shares his sensitive card details under the impression that the caller is genuine are covered. Data theft is a common way to con, especially at open ATM installation areas such as malls and shopping complexes where a person standing behind could try to distract you after you enter the PIN. Frauds also take place at point-of-sale terminals where payments are made to make a purchase. However, the first step to protect yourself from any frauds is precautions. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
So that's it from us in today's edition of In Depth. We'll be back same time tomorrow with a comprehensive view on some other subject. You can also watch our episodes online on YouTube and Twitter and send us your feedback and suggestions. Thank you very much for your time.